I keep telling folk I ain't nice. Huh? Folk want me to be friendly. I don't like being friendly. Yeah. Do you hear me? Okay.
I got you charged up, Daddy. You charged up.
You have to wait till this forever.
Do what now?
You gotta have to wait for Facebook.
Are we streaming?
No.
I just started.
Okay.
What she said?
She started.
Boy, them motherfuckers get serious about K. Michelle. You can't make no joke about her ugly ass. I put the little thing up there. It do look like her.
You messing with her again, Daddy?
Huh? You know.
It actually wasn't him. Somebody else put it. He just shared.
Or what they put a me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't even think.
Give me that
10
that
seconds. Got it.
election thing out of
I'm
there
getting it.
too.
I'm getting it.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. How y'all be on this Tuesday afternoon? I'm tired. I've been up since 5:30 this morning, but I played the hell out them blues on this morning. Thank you so very much for being here and being a part of the show. Woo! I thought I'd do something tonight that I don't do very often, and that's go into open conversation on tonight. And one of the biggest things that has been talked about in the last couple of days has been um, Stephanie Love and her son. Now, word is coming in the streets today that there is a family relationship between Brandon Weber and Andre Morris, her son. Now, it has been shown that they were best friends. There are some videos that show them rapping together. So there is an association. But it is my feeling that Commissioner elected school board member Stephanie Love was totally aware of what was going on with her son. But I want to cross over into another area, okay? Somebody want to know, pastors, why don't you ever preach the word? If you want to hear me preach the word, bring your ass to Memphis on a Sunday morning. This is about my money in the evening time. And anything else, Miss Jazzy on the page, will get you kicked off the page. This is a TV show. I'm just a pastor for those of you on social media that may not be aware. I am a broadcaster that has been broadcasting for 35 years, okay? So don't get it twisted. This is what I do for my montees, okay? Now, as I was saying, the young man that was shot 5 times and left on the road, this, what is that? Destino Odom is his name. Destino Odom. He's 24 years old. And he goes by the nickname Lulu. Okay. But it's time now for Lulu to tell his side of the story. Let's stop the speculation. And Lulu, I want to talk to you. I've got your picture. I've looked at your picture. But I'm interested. There's some missing pieces in my mind that you probably can clear up. You shot 5 times at point blank range on June the 3rd, ran to a neighbor's house. Witnesses tell the news and others that they heard 10 to 12 shots being fired. And this happened 10 days prior to Brandon Weber dying. You all supposedly met on Facebook. You did a test drive of a car at 10 o'clock at night. Now, inquiring minds want to know, why would you do a test drive with a supposedly stranger at 10 o'clock at night? Okay. I mean, that's a question that I have. 10 o'clock at night. Test drive. Okay, I don't know. But I wouldn't have met anybody that I didn't know for a test drive on a car supposedly that I'm selling at 10 o'clock at night. The shooting took place during the seat switch with a red Infiniti G35. It had a tag on it. It had a tag there. Now, I know the stepfather, and I do some business with the stepfather. He said there was no tag on the car. So I really need to run this tag number, see if our friend, you know what I'm talking about, see if our friend can run this Mississippi tag. Now, Andre Morris appeared in court on Monday as the man that assisted Brandon Weber in the robbery. His case will be moved to Mississippi, and again, he is the son of Stephanie Love. Now, Stephanie made a statement during the ordeal with Brandon Weber. She says, this is yesterday. All I ask is that the media respect the privacy of my family and that the justice system prove him guilty or innocent. But no sympathy has come from either side of the family. The Weber side, I haven't heard it at least. but nothing has been said from Stephanie Love, an elected official, concerning the young man that was shot and left on the side of the road. Now you want privacy, but school board commissioner, when you were at the scene, you were asking for transparency. You wanted everything to be transparent. That's one of the things I want to talk about on tonight. I got to make a call to a guy I do business with in Atlanta on the air tonight. Some of you have asked on social media about my appearance on the T.S. Madison show. T.S. Madison is a noted transgender person, highly acclaimed, has a massive social media audience. And I was to be in Atlanta on yesterday to do her show last night. I think the show comes on at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. We have changed the date for those of you on social media to, what is it, August 19th, on Monday, August 19th. I will fly into Atlanta, do the show, and fly back. I wish I could fly back after the show, but we'll see what happens with that. But I will be on T.S. Madison. What the name of the show? Supreme Queens or something of that nature. And yes, I am going to appear on, as a pastor, I am going to appear with her audience, which is basically a homosexual audience. I go into the hedges and highways. I go wherever my voice can be heard. I don't discriminate on the message that I bring about this bullshit in the pulpit. If you want to talk to me about that, we will talk about that as well. Now, let me make a call. I'm a businessman, and I believe in doing things that are legal to make money. I don't like to deal in business projects where there is only a little money. I have to make some money. That's the reason I do TV. That's the reason I've added radio to what I do. And then I got the Erect-or product. Okay? The Erect-or product is a product that when your thing won't get hard, it'll get it hard. Okay? It's an herbal product that men use that has a special formula in it that causes an erection, and a man can have an erection for a period of 72 hours. Don't mean stay hard for 72 hours. That's 3 days. But it does mean that within that 3-day period, you are able to get an erection. I started dealing with selling this product probably about 6 or 7 years ago. And At the time that I started, I made an extra $10,000, $15,000 a month. Look, extra money. Then I got busy in some other business entities, and I strayed away from that particular business, and some other folk came into the area to do the business. Well, the owner of the company is a little upset about some of the business practices of some of the people that are here in the Memphis area. Now, let me say this, I'm about my money. I'm about my money. And the only thing that I do free is naked truth. Everything else has a cost. Politicians, I don't give a damn whether you win or not. If you are not in the mayor's seat, I'm very concerned that Willie Harrington returns to the mayor's seat. I am very concerned that my longtime friend of over 40 years, Edmund Ford Sr., returns to District 6. Now, every other race, I'm really not concerned, okay? And I'm telling you politicians, because you hear me call one person's name does not mean that you can't pay me too. Help me, Holy Ghost. Ah, shabba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, a shabba-baba went right there. If you are in District 1 and somebody else is in District 1 and you see me advertising one person, well, common sense would tell me that since you are running and you're competing for the seat, you need to buy some advertising too, okay? Outside of those two races, I will not endorse anyone until it's time for the election, okay? It's time for the election. Then I'm going, if there are two people in the race, I ain't getting in endorsing if you purchase time. If you have not purchased time, then it is my job to do everything that I can to make sure that the person that has invested in this black television talk show gets elected. Okay, that's my job. That's my job, is to make sure that the people that spend money with me get elected. If there's more than one person in the race, it's up to them when they come on this show. Whoever makes the best presence be the winner. Now, and I'm telling politicians, until Friday, the price that I'm charging for TV will get you radio too. After Friday, you'll pay me for the TV. And if you want to be on the radio show, then you'll pay me for that. Touch your neighbor and say amen, amen, and amen again. But let me, because this open conversation tonight, let me call down to Atlanta, where the owner of the Erect-or company, who has all of the trademarks, reside. Because he got something he wants to say to some people here in Memphis. All right, and I'm blocking folk on Instagram, and I kept, hold on just a minute. And some of you on Instagram need to understand, I will shut it down again, okay? Now, Steve, I can't hear. Yeah, get me off that. Yeah, get me off that. Are you gonna call me right back? So I'm gonna talk about a plethora of things on tonight. I'm going to talk about this. I'm gonna let he wanted to call, cause we got some people messing with our munties, and when you mess with my munties, I get disturbed about messing with my munties, especially when it brings in probably an extra 15 now to 15 to $20,000 a month. That's too much monteys to be talking and being concerned about. But we're going to talk about this, and I want to talk more about the Stephanie Love situation, and I want to get some of your feedback. We started last night in talking about your grown as children, and are you responsible for their actions? I want to throw something else in there. If your child is grown and your grown child still lives in your house, you still mama, and your grown child is in your house, should you share any of the responsibility of your child selling dope, robbing, raping, and especially in the robbing part, that they're bringing the proceeds of their criminal acts into your house? Should you, as a parent, be held responsible? And then why some of y'all got grown folk, I'm talking about 30 and 40-year-old grown folk, and you ain't sick. Why are you allowing them to stay in your house? We're going to take a commercial break, and I got a bunch of things, and it's going to be open conversation on tonight here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. We'll be right back. All right. Now, here's my message to those of you on Instagram. You were down for about 3 weeks, and the ignorance will make me shut this motherfucker down one more time. Yes, we are in commercial break. Is that list up here? Cause I left the one at the house at the
The list of what? The list of what? What list?
of all the candidates that's running.
I don't know that you had that.
You need some money? Go sell your ass, bitch, like you been doing. Steve, you ready? I'm in commercial. As soon as I come out.
Okay.
No.
You found it in that folder?
Huh? I don't see it.
It ain't no other folder. I'll come look.
Yeah, I see an old one. This,
Okay.
it'll do.
What's Tony's address?
What's Shopping Save's address?
1499 South Third?
14, I think it's 1499 South Third.
1499 Third?
Mm-hmm.
Is it, what's the name of it? Is it like a?
Shop and Save.
Shop and Save, okay.
Mhm. All right. The real Smiley, you gone. No, you need whatever I put on the show. Baby Clay, if you don't like it, then get the fuck off the page. Now make one more stupid statement and you a motherfucker that's gone. Baby Clay, whether you like me or not means shit to me. How many more? This the last one? All right. Okay. All right, Miss Drea, you gone. Okay. And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Somebody has asked me about, is there a gay agenda in Shelby County for in the city of Memphis for the election? Somebody's asked me whether a particular have asked. Well, let me answer all of that in just a minute. On the phone, I have Steve Moore, Chief Executive Officer of the Erect-or rather, product. And he wanted to come on the show tonight and say a few things from Atlanta. All right, Steve, you got the floor.
I appreciate it, Thaddeus. This is actually the second time I guess I've had to come on and address some similar situations. As you know, I've been doing business in Memphis, I guess about 5 or 6 years now. And before we came into the market, Erect-or coffee, I mean, in mental enhancement coffee basically did not exist. But since we came into the market, all of a sudden, all type of junk popped up. You got Casanova, you got lemonade, you get all kinds of crazy stuff popping up, saying that it's just as good as the Erect-or. Well, I've got a question. If these products are just as good as the Erect-or, why are people just buying the Erect-or? And why are they making claims saying that they're just as good as the Erect-or? And my main issue is that there are people and companies out there stating that it's the same as the Erect-or where they're not buying product from me. There have been a couple of companies, a couple of individuals that have bought from me that I no longer. There's copyright infringement, there's false advertising, and there's a lot of liability that's involved when you sell a product and it's claimed to be something else and it's not. There are individuals up there claiming to sell the Erect-or and it's not the Erect-or. So people are actually buying a product, they have no idea what's in it. Yesterday alone, I received 10 phone calls from customers complaining that my product was not the same as it used to be. Just so happened, I have not sold to the company that they bought that product from. And the company that I'm mentioning is the Third Shop and Third Avenue Shop and Save. I guess what, 14 and Third Shop and Save. I used to sell to them. They no longer buy product from me, but they still have my sign up on their door claiming that it's the Erect-or. That's false advertising. You know, I take that very seriously. I'm saying right now, if anyone buys the Erect-or, if they claim that it's the Erect-or, if they cannot produce an invoice that has my logo on that invoice, it's not the Erect-or or it's not anything similar to it. You and 2 other locations are really going to be the only people that can legitimately sell my product in Memphis. I'm shutting it down. That way it's going to protect the customers. It's going to make sure everybody knows who's getting it from.
So,
And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people perpetrating and claiming they're selling my product when they're not. If you want to buy my product and sell it, fine. But don't sell some junk and then claim it's the Erect-or because it's not.
so be careful, guys, is what he's saying, of the male enhancement product that you're buying, because it is not the Erect-or
And there's
product.
one, not the Erect-or, but there's one in particular. The Casanova brand came into the market to copy mine. So everybody is saying, is selling this junk, saying that it's just like the Erect-or. Some people are saying it is the Erect-or, and it's not. I'm telling you right now, anyone that is selling the Casanova coffee to you, it is not the Erect-or, and there's no similarities to it.
And your thing may fall off.
Excuse me?
I was telling them that product, that thing may fall off.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling what you're buying.
It could dry up.
There's a liability issue because, you know, you're buying something and they're claiming that it's mine. If something happens to a customer, it's, well, I bought the Erect-or. Well, you didn't buy the Erect-or. And, you know, I'm not going to make an offer to anyone. And I want you guys to spread the word. Make it go viral. I don't want everyone to get what they're paying for. Anyone that can produce a receipt or can produce a phone number where they bought a product claiming to be Erect-or, I will meet or beat that price by $2.
Okay.
And anyone that's selling it, that is, if anyone comes to you with a receipt saying that this is, if they have that product and saying it's Erect-or, if it's not, you have my approval to beat it by $2.
Okay.
no matter where no matter where it comes from. Everybody. I'm talking the stores are selling that junk. The Casanova is not the Erect-or. I'm telling you right now, everybody, that Casanova is not the Erect-or, and the store on 3rd Avenue or 3rd no longer has my product. I sent them a notice last night to remove that sign off their door because they do not sell my product.
All right, see, I appreciate. So he's saying that if you have bought the product here recently at any store, including Shop and Save, it is not the Erect-or product. If the sign is
You can go to my website. Any name that's not on my website is not an approved seller of my product.
okay.
Period.
All right.
Nobody.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, appreciate it, buddy.
All right. And that's Steve Moore. Now let me get into the show tonight. I want to deal with two areas here. Now I'm gonna get back with the Stephanie Love situation. But someone sent me a text while we were in the commercial break about the gay agenda. Now, first of all, let me say this. I ain't got no problem with you being gay. If you a man and you like a little wangma thing in your ass, that's you. Okay? That's your business. If you a man and you like wrapping your lips around another man's wangama thing, that's you. I'm not mad at you. If you a woman and you like eating coochie, that's your coochie eating business. I ain't mad at you for eating coochie. I ain't mad at nobody that wants to eat some coochie. That's your business. Coochie eating is all right. It's up to you. If you a woman and that floats your boat, float on. But we have seen all across this country a movement by the homosexual community. And you know what? That's their right to push their agenda like anybody else wants to push their agenda. But the problem that I have in many instances is that you want to push the gay agenda as though it's like pushing the black agenda. Again, I ain't got no, if I had any problems with the homosexual community, I would not be going on the T.S. Madison show. I have no problems with it. So someone sent and wanted to know, was the county mayor, what's his name? Lee Harris, they wanted to know if he was homosexual. I don't know. I do not know personally that he's homosexual. I do know that several years ago, when I had the radio station, and he was running for then the mayor of the city of Memphis, I was anti-Lee Harris, as I've been anti-Lee Harris as the county mayor. Well, I talked about Lee Harris on my radio talk show. This had to be about 6-7 years ago. Excuse me. And there were some homosexuals that didn't like the fact that I talked about Lee Harris. I was in my studio and there came a knock at the door. And these tall, white, size 13 shoe wearing men dressed up as women were at the door. Oh, God. I said, what y'all want? And one of them sisters started taking his earrings off, kicking them aside. You talked about Lee Harris. I said, huh? So it was about to get on the front porch of the radio station. You ain't gonna just come to my place and just talk crazy and think you gonna attack me, especially when you a sissy too. And again, sisters, I ain't got nothing against you. Okay, if you a sissy, be a happy sissy. But this sissy wanted to attack me because I was talking about Lee Harris and the other male drag queens. They were all white. Were out there on the street egging the sissy that was on my porch on. Go head on, Gary. Get him straight. Talking about our Lee Harris. I said, ooh, our Lee Harris. So the only association that I have with Lee Harris being homosexual, and I knew if I was gonna fight that big old sissy, I was gonna need my gun or a damn baseball bat, cause them sisters fight. Now don't play them sisters short. Now them sisters can fight. So that's all I know. I do know that Lee Harris has sent out from his other organization, Tennessee Sun, where they are endorsing, what's the man's name? And I don't mean him no disrespect. He running in District 6. What's his name? Wait a minute. District from David Clemens. He is endorsing David Clemens, gave him a little funky $250 from his organization. I do know that David Clemens is homosexual. Again, Mr. Clemens, nothing against you. You homosexual. You out of the closet. You a policeman, and he's out of the closet. He ain't trying to hide that he's homosexual. In fact, his mama homosexual too. They do mama, son, homosexual. Well, damn, Dale, I don't know what to say about it. Okay, see, y'all are laughing. But they do a mama, son, homosexual show on the radio. Okay? She out the closet, he out the closet. Now, at some point, for that to be her son, she had to like a man at least once. But that's another story. So we I don't know. And I understand Lee Harris is pushing David Clemens because Lee Harris has a problem with Ed Ford Jr., who has been questioning some of his actions. Ed Ford Jr. is on the county commission. So he's been questioning. There's been some heated debates between him and the county mayor. So the county mayor sees an opportunity to come at Ed Ford Jr. through his daddy, Ed Ford Sr., who's running for the same position as David Clemens. Again, he's a homosexual that is out of the closet. They being supported from Steve Cohen. And Steve Cohen has always been questionable. Okay, but it's all right. It's all right if that's your thing. Tammy Sawyer. Okay? Tammy Sawyer. It's all right, Tammy. It's all right. I ain't mad at you. You know, even though you do the pictures in the gay pride things, and You be all made up with the other lesbians and that. It's all right. Again, I am not anti the sissy. I am not anti the bull dagger. I am not anti the bull dagger. I am the stud, the lesbian, any of those things that you may call yourself. Again, what you do in the bedroom is all right. But I understand that in this country, there is a gay agenda. We saw that with what that picture? Empire. Okay, damn. So, to the person that sent me that, I don't know. I don't know. I just know of the experience I had when the white drag queens, these weren't even transgender, they were still rough looking men in size 13 shoes, trying to have some high. I didn't even know they made a high heel in a size 13, but I guess they did, or they had stretched the shoe out or something. Okay. But David Clemens is running against Ed Ford Jr. I mean, Ed Ford Sr., it's too many of them. Ed Ford Sr., okay? So the question came because of the email that went out yesterday by the county mayor in the name of his group. What's the name of that group? Jesus. No, I don't care about you being no sissy. Suck all the wangama thing you want. Eat up all the coochie you want. Just leave some. Don't eat it all. We all save some of the rest of us some. All right. Okay. Wait a minute. I got someone sent it to me earlier today. My girl Tony Green fitting to run for the city council. Ooh, go ahead on Tony Green. Let's see. I know I got it. Wait a minute. It was sent to me. Or was it sent to you, Dale?
It was sent to you.
It was sent to me. It was sent to me today or yes? It had to be today. Let's see. So would let's see. I don't see it. Or was it sent to my email?
I'm not sure.
It might have been sent to my email. Let me. Let's see. Possibility. Bringing in the sheep. Let's see. I know I got it because I'm. Oh, here it is. The county mayor has a group called the Tennessee Voter Project. And he says the Tennessee Voter Project invests in candidates who directly engage voters and who promise to expand voter access if elected. Then it goes on into all of the credentials of Davon. Is it David? Devon Clemens. That's what it says. It's not David, I'm sorry. Davin. Devon Clemens. They're giving him $250. Then he signs it, Lee Harris, founder of the Tennessee Voter Project and mayor of Shelby County. And, okay, but let me just say this. I don't know and I don't care. I support and I hope all of you in District 6 know who the better man happens to be. One who has fought for you in the past in that district, and that's Ed Ford Sr., who has my total support, and I'm going to do what I have to do to help him do what he needs to do. But again, I don't want none of the homosexuals, bulldaggers, dykes, transgender, drag queens, LBTQs, whatever. Please don't. I ain't got no animosity against you at all. I don't care what you do in your bedroom. It's up to you. But I did speak of what has been called the gay agenda in these United States of America. Now, let me go back to Destino Odom. Mr. Odom, you were shot 5 times, left for dead. I want to talk to you. I want to interview you. I want to hear your side of the story. There are some questions that I want to ask you, because this whole situation has dominated the news cycle since June, since Brandon Weber was shot and killed. I want to know some things. I want to know, first of all, how you doing? Why did you all meet at 10 o'clock at night? That's what I want to know. Why were you meeting? And I'm sure Destino, you got a good reason. Y'all got a good reason. Y'all met at midnight. I just want to hear what the reason was. 10 o'clock at night. Okay. They said he set up a phony, Brandon Weber, set up a phony Facebook page, and you had a car for sale, and y'all met up at 10 o'clock at night. And when you got, you drove up in the car, and when it was time to switch seats so he could test drive the car, shot you 5 times at point blank range. But ain't God good? Won't he do it? Yes, he will. You still here because you were left for dead over an Infinity. Wasn't even a new one, but an Infinity. You have found something there?
No, I'm laughing at you.
Okay. That had a tag on it. Did you call our friend to see if he could run that tag?
Yeah, he had an answer.
Huh?
He had an answer.
He have an answer? Okay. Because I want to know. Because the stepfather says that he had 3 cars already. In fact, the stepfather told me he had a blue car just like this Infinity that he had titles to. I need to understand some things. And so if you are the family member of Destino Odom, O-D-U-M, who's taken down his social media pages, he has one on Instagram, but it's a private page. It had to be a new one because it only had one posting on that. But it is my firm belief that Andre Morris, who I'm hearing now, this is what I'm told, is that Andre Morris is second cousin to Brandon Weber, not just best buddies. That's I'm told that Stephanie Love and the biological daddy are first cousins. So that would make Brandon, who, jeez, no, that would, hell, I'm crossed up. Yeah, that would make Brandon and Andre second cousins. Okay? Now, here is the thing that's important to me. Stephanie Love, you talked about the fact that you tired of seeing black young boys shut down by the police and others in the black community. You were all at the scene, and why didn't you tell us on the camera that night that that was a family relationship? Even if it's not a family relationship, why didn't you tell the community that the reason that you were at the scene and the reason that you were calling for transparency by the TBI and the U.S. Marshals was because your son had an association with the dead man? Stephanie Love, school board member, did your son come and tell you, Mama, I done messed up? Did you know, Stephanie? Did you know? Did you know, excuse me, your son, who is said to be the best friend of Brandon Weber, did you know? Did you know? He knew that the police were looking for him. There was no doubt in his mind. If he was innocent, why didn't he turn himself in? Are you one of them mamas that will behold your child in his wrongdoing? Are you a mother that will turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to the illegal criminal activities of your child? Is this the way you violate the trust of those who elected you? Now you want to say, all I ask is that the media respect the privacy of my family. And that the justice system prove him guilty or innocent. But what about Stephanie saying that if my son committed this horrendous crime, he should be punished. What about saying to the family of the young man that was shot that your heart goes out to him? Have you went to visit the young man? Have you reached out to his family? Those are just some of the things I want to know. And going back to what we were talking about last night, are parents responsible for the actions of their grown children? I say, if the grown children are still living in your house, there is still some responsibility that you have, because your child is not responsible enough to have their own. What do you think about it? I'm going to open up the phone lines after we come back. Oh, I got to talk about, this ain't the one. Oh, this the one. M. LaTroy Alexandria Williams is running for City Council Super District Position 1. I told y'all last night when I read, we will create over 50,000 new jobs paying $29.50 to $385 per hour by turning Mud Island into an international trade center. I told y'all last night, LaTroy got a plan, and LaTroy was in my office this afternoon, and he told me what the plan is. He got a plan, okay? And when I bring him on the show, I ain't gonna try to tell you his plan, because it's his plan. I'm gonna let him tell you his plan. In fact, we cutting his TV commercial on Thursday. We couldn't. He running. He's running, and in that race with as many, let's see, candidates in this race. He's in Super District number 8, position 1, Super District 8, number 1. Who in the race? The incumbent, Cheyenne Johnson, who is running. She's already turned in her qualified Dodger, you gone, folks, just, okay. She's already turned in her qualifying petition. Craig Littles, I've never heard of him. You need some advertising, son, because I've only seen one sign in North Memphis, and that's on the corner of Watkins and Jackson. Pearl Eva Walker. You need some advertising, baby. You on social media, but the masses of the people don't know you. Roderick Ford, he puts his name on everything, and he's no relations to the political Ford family. Frank Johnson, don't know you either. Brian Salisbury. Brian called me. Man, I need you. I didn't call Brian. I said, Brian, bring me $3,500. I need you to endorse me and push me. Brian, bring me $5,000. Man, I got you. That I need you. How long is that gonna last? I said, up until October the 3rd. I got you, man. Now remember, I didn't call him. He called me. The day that we were supposed to meet, we didn't meet, and I have not been able to get him on the phone since. I haven't. And you know, that bothers me that you lied to me. It bothers me that apparently you ain't got no money because you told somebody else that you were gonna run a super district race with $6,000 to $8,000. Ain't no way. In a super district race, you got to have at least $40,000 as on the low end to advertise. What about LaTroy? LaTroy got money. Praise God. LaTroy told me to meet him at the bank. And I met him at the bank. But I want, let me see. Wait a minute. Maybe Brian will answer my call now. Maybe you think you will? Because I want to know why he's shucking it and jiving me.
90186425515 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Brian, this is Thaddeus Matthews. I've been trying to reach you now about 3 weeks. If you didn't have no monies, you could have told me that you did not have the monies to finance a campaign. Remember, you call me. You know my number. Give me a call if you got some monies. See, y'all jump out here in these races and you ain't got no money. What you running for? I hear all of these candidates talking about, I got to raise some money. Damn, didn't you know you were running? You went and pulled a qualifying petition, okay? You went and pulled a petition to run. And you ain't got no money? Somebody asked me, what can I do for $1,000? Not a damn thing. Nothing. Ain't no need of no politician calling me about no $1,000 or no $1,500. That dog don't hunt. See, y'all gonna treat me the same way y'all treat white folk. I'm on TV and radio. My TV show and my radio show works off of advertising dollars. So you can't come to me and think I'm going to give you any damn thing for nothing. You don't go to that white man. You don't go to 3, 5, 13, 24, 30 or the commercial appeal and ask for something for nothing. You pay their price. I got a price. I got a cost. It's the best cost that you can get from now until October 3rd, and I gotta have all my money. We ain't doing no you tote the advertising. No, because you ain't gonna get paid. I have to have all my money like like y'all pay the white folk. Y'all don't pay the white folk in increments. I have to have all my money. Well, do what you gotta do. But you gotta pay me. I ain't doing nothing for free. I don't care what, look, you want me to get you a job. Well, the government is going to pay you, and you think that you ain't going to pay me? You support Dr. Harris. I support him for two reasons. First, I think that Dr. Harrington is the best man to be the mayor of the city of Memphis. That's number one. Second thing, Doctor paid me. A fool done paid me. Another person that I'm working, and I'm also in that race. Let me say, and I am endorsing in 3, City Council District 3, Patrice Robinson. I support her. We're hearing that Harold Collins, the best puppet that white folk downtown got, is going to get in that race. He belongs to the white peoples. The white people pull his string. In fact, you got some developers that stick their hands through the doo-doo in his ass and make his mouth move. That man, the shoe shine boy, cannot represent the people of White Haven, knowing that he is going to do the master's bidding. So in district, is that 3? I think that is 3 with Patrice. I'm there for her. And all of the power of this show, is going to be in her favor. Joe P. Washington, a disc jockey, brother, come on. Rhonda Mon Banks, I don't know you. Don Bonner, I don't know you. Tanya Cooper, I know you. Well, I know of you. I know your mama. Your mama is Barbara Cooper, but you are not no Barbara Cooper. Your mama called me and asked how much did the advertising cost. I gave her the price. But in that particular race, I support Patrice Robinson. That's it on that. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Open conversation is where we're at. We'll come back and we'll talk about anything that you want to talk about, including these subjects that I brought up. And we'll be back right after these messages. Now, to those of you on Instagram, I might not even bring this page up tomorrow night. Y'all might have to go to one of the other pages, because I ain't gonna deal with this bullshit. The 3 great, fuck K. Michelle. I don't like the bitch no way. You gone. Rio, whoever you is, you gone. Cajun Beauty, you gone. When do I ever preach? Damn it, on Sunday mornings. You need to come then. Rico, what's up? The opinionist. Pastor, you high? I'm high like your mammy. You gone. You with no face. You gone. I ain't got time to give you no damn advice. This is a damn TV show. Not to give you some advice show. He looked high, but you look like you gone, motherfucker. Give them a word of the day is blocked. You blocked too because you ain't got no face. If you ain't got no face, you gone. Whew. Yep, you blocked because you ain't got no face. Here's who dead. You dead. Chris Atkins, you gone. Thought this nigga was asleep. Well, you can go to sleep now because you gone. Yes, I've been to the Bahamas. Middleman, you gone. And you do know once I block, you never come back. Hell no, this ain't no motherfucking Bible study. This is a TV show. Damn. You lower Nico, you gone, whatever your name.
What's her name? What's her name?
I don't know what that bitch's name was.
He said Laura Lillidica.
Someone asked me, do you think that LaTroy Williams has a chance of winning? He's ran before, he's ran for this, that, and the other. Can he win? Well, when I look at this list, how come he can't win? J.D. Smiley's in the race. Justin Ford playing games. Justin told me last week he ain't running for nothing because he got some problems at the funeral home. And I understand the state board of undertakers and stuff, they fined him $20,000. So I guess that is a little issue that he may have. You know, you can't move your funeral home from one location to another without the approval of the board. But when I look at this race, I see Geraldine Curry, who is the incumbent. I see J.B. Smiley and D. Harris as the prominence in there. What does that mean for LaTroy? Y'all gonna split the vote. Y'all gonna split the vote. D. Harris is going to get some votes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. He's been involved in local politics for as long as I've known him. J.B. Smiley gonna get some votes. I'm still waiting for J.B. And I talked to your campaign guy, who's a good friend of mine, in the person of Fred Doris, who says they bring him in, you're gonna bring him the money. But see, JB, here's one of the things I tell you guys that's running for office: don't nobody know you. You ran for an office before, and you did not win. So here's what I would say is that you should have jumped out ahead of the crowd. You got your signs and your billboards out, but mass media, and some of y'all said, well, you just trying to make some money. Yes, I is. But mass media, you got to know something about marketing. All right, we're going to get ready to open up the phone line. Somebody wants to know, Freddie Gibbs used your voice on his CD. Yes, I do know. I know that Sony Records paid me very well to be able to use that clip of one of my videos in Freddie Gibbs' little rap song. I didn't know who Freddie Gibbs was. You know, I never heard of Freddie Gibbs. Sony Records called me and they wanted to buy it. I gave them a price and they bought the the uh, the little 59 cent thing. Okay, 59 seconds video, and I've listened to it, and it's doing quite well. You know, like I said, I didn't know who the young man um, was, but hell, Sony Records, I knew who Sony Records was, and they sent me a check. Praise the Lord. Uh, let's see, we'll want to take off Hootie or whatever your name is. Yes, take him. He gone. Okay, let's put up the phone number. It's about 8:28, so I got time for one or two calls. There's the number. Whatever you want to talk about that we've talked about on tonight, we're in open conversation, really. 901 231 9239. Don't forget, the best in blues is from 6 until 9 each and every morning on AM 1600 WMQM, 50,000 watts. We heard a long place, and pretty soon we're going to be simulcasting on 93.5 as well. So you'll get me AM, you'll get me FM. You need to be advertising on the show. But and you politicians, Friday is the last day that you'll be able to get the TV and the radio at the very same price. After that, you pay.
To accept, press 1. To send a...
You're on the air. You're on the air. So your dumb ass just called the whole the damn phone. Okay. 901-231-9239. 901-231-9239. And if you think I played the blues this moment, you wait until tomorrow morning. Last thing I do before I go to sleep is load up and see what song. So you got to know how to play the blues. See, some folk just play the blues, but they don't know how to play the blues. It's more than playing the blues than just putting some records in place. No, you got to play blues with a feeling. And that's a blues song that will fit every situation in your life. Let's go to the phone line.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice...
You're on there.
Yes, how you doing, Mr. Matthews?
I'm doing great.
Great, great. So I just want to call in and say, man, I've listened to you, big fan, and man, I support what you're doing. And like you mentioned earlier about the lady, Stephanie Love's son,
Uh-huh.
you know, her not reaching out to the family, you know, showing some type of remorse, you know, it's actually sad what happened, you know, with the man who was just trying to sell his art, you know, to be shot 5 times. I hated to hear that, hated to see it. It's a sad situation. So I just wish you would have shown some remorse to the family, whether her son was wrong or right. Wrong was done in the situation, no matter which way you chop it up.
You're absolutely correct. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And you're absolutely correct. There is no excuse whatsoever in any of this. Any of this. The riot was something that was totally unnecessary as well. Let's take another commercial break and we'll be back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Ooh, my stomach hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, we must make a difference in what's going on in the city of Memphis. Black folk cannot cover up for the actions of other black folk. We can't do it. Wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong. If black folk are wrong, if black folk are creating havoc in our community, they're causing crime to rise in our community, then we've got to call it out. We cannot sit back because it's your child and not say anything. You want to talk about everybody else's child, but you don't want to address what is really going on in our society. It's a lack of training, it's a lack of learning, it's a lack of you as parents handling your responsibility. And the sad thing is that when your child is wrong, you will not address that my child was wrong. In fact, you can know that your child has a history of robbing and being the carjacker. You, at that point, will go out after he's been locked up, picked up. You'll go and hire a lawyer. You will go and bond him out of jail. He ain't gave you no love. He ain't gave you no respect prior. But once he get locked up, hey mama, I love you.
Press 1 to send a voicemail. Press
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. You're on the Thaddeus. Ma'am, cut that down in the background, please. I'm not going to deal with ignorant ass folk. You already know to cut the TV down in the background. There is a time delay here on the show. So let's do this right or not do it at all. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you, our people are perishing for the lack of knowledge, the lack of understanding. Okay? The lack of understanding. Why is it that we are doing the things that we are doing? Because we have no unity in our community. We have no love for each other in our community. When I look at the leadership of a Stephanie Love and I look at Tammy Sawyer going to the scene of a riot and going there and talking about how great this killer was. This young boy, yeah, he was a killer. He attempted to kill in shooting the young man 5 times. That's hell. If that ain't a murderer, I don't know what one is. But we want to justify. We want to riot in our own community, tear up our own stuff over madness. You cannot be an elected official and think that you can call for transparency, but you yourself cannot be transparent. Something is mighty wrong with this. Something is mighty wrong with this. And again, to the family of Destino Odom, reach out to me. I want to bring the young man on the air. I want to talk to him. I want to find out exactly what happened that particular night. Why were they there? Was there something else that perhaps was going on that we don't know? Why did he shoot you? We want to hear, we need to hear from the entirety of this family, or this young man in particular. We need to hear from him. But I will not sit on these airways, on this platform, and ever say that black folk are always right. Neither will I say that white folk are always wrong. I'm going to call it just like it is. So, to the family, call me at the church or reach out to me on social media. The number at the church, 901-435-6161. Reach out to me. Talk to me. If you need me to come to you for the interview, I'll come and record it. But it's time now that the public hear the other side of the story. It's time. It's time now that we get it all out in the air. This young man will be extradited, and I'm talking about Andre Morris, is going to be extradited to Mississippi. Mississippi law and Tennessee law is two different laws. If he gets a bond, the bond is going to be extremely high. I don't know. I don't. What do we do about the next situation? See, our young folk got a death wish. Our young folk don't mind dying. They don't. They don't mind dying. Some of them think that dying is a badge of honor. Man, I'm gonna be dead by the time I'm 22, man. Ain't that something, man? Man, you old when you get to 25. Damn, man, you live to get to 30? Our young folk are expecting death, which is the reason that they're living as swiftly and as fast as they can. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. That you don't want to live. And then the bigger shame becomes that you as parents, you're not training your children to live right. Many of you are allowing your children to do whatever it is that they want to do. They have no respect for you. They have no respect for the police. They just don't have respect. And it's killing our society off. You just letting your child do what he wants. Ain't no yes ma'ams, ain't no no ma'ams. It's yeah and no. I'm not taking any more calls. We've got to take control of our communities. We've got to take control of our houses. That's the first place. Our homes is where we must take control of. I got more commercials. They all gone? That's unusual, isn't it? But unless, how many minutes ago? I'm not taking any more damn calls. Thank you. Unless we, as a race of people, wake up, we're lost. We are a lost people. Unless we stop allowing the music, the rap songs, the TV shows, the reality shows that are not really reality. I do want y'all to know that when you watch reality shows, they are scripted. So you're not getting the real reality. It's just a shame. You know, that's the reason I work so hard with the boys and girls mentoring program that I have at the church. I had to come to the realization that we can't save everybody because everybody don't want to be saved. I ain't talking about that save and go to heaven. Everybody don't want to live. You old folk, you say you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. You can't. You can't make him drink. Some of you parents that's watching me now, you know your child ain't no damn good. I know you love him because that's your son. You loving him. You want to hold on to him. But you expect every night to get a call that says, Pookie dead. Pookie got shot down in the streets. And Pookie got shot down in the streets because of the life that he was living. You allow Pookie to bring stolen merchandise into your house. He hit the store and bring it home, and you trying to figure out what out of the stolen merchandise he brought in that you want. Isn't it a shame? Isn't it a shame? And let me give you something else, mamas and daddies, if it be some. When your son or your daughter is laid out in front of you in a casket, make sure as you are crying, you're boo-hooing, you're snotting, make sure that the reason that your child is laying there is not because of your lack of parental direction. Let me know when I get to 5. Am I already there? Okay. It's time. It's time that we start to loving each other. It's time that we start respecting each other. It's time that when somebody in our community is wrong, we call them out. When we know who broke into somebody's house, it's time to tell who broke into somebody's house. When we know who carjacked, when we know who murdered someone, it's time, y'all, to tell somebody. It's time now to be a snitcher. It's time to talk about it. I don't know. Is there any hope? I have to wonder whether there is or not. Goldsmith Security Academy, if you're looking for a handgun carry permit or you need one, he has classes, 8-hour classes, security guard classes as well for armed and unarmed security. All security certification, baton, chemical spray, shotgun, tactical, handcuff, AR-15, whatever it is, give him a call. You must be 18 years of age or older. Give him a call at 901-634-8384. 901-634-8384. Seniors and those of you that's on disability and have United Healthcare Dual Complete or AmeriGroup, you now have over $3,000 that's available to you for dental treatment at no cost absolutely to you. Dr. Tanya Lyons has partnered with these organizations to ensure that recipients are able to get partial dentures and extractions fully covered. Call anytime and the live answering service will make sure you get an appointment. Call 365-2000. 365-2000. DMC Cleaners, located at 62 Fairway at 3rd, is your one-stop place to get all of your dry cleaning done. They are a black-owned business in the Westwood community. Look, when you take your clothing, your dry cleaning to them, you only pay half price if you pay in advance. They're open Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Same day service if you get your clothes in by 9 o'clock. That's DMC, and they're located at 62 Fairway at 3rd. Guys, if you're trying to get sharp and you want to dress up, then the place that we now go to is a black-owned clothing store, Jimmy Hassan's Fashion Corner, located at 2477 Chelsea Avenue. Yeah, Jimmy has been around for over 30 years. He has suits that start at $79.99. He got two-piece sets, long sets with matching shoes and hats. He got all types of shirts, tie sets, shoes, gaiters, whatever it is that you like to wear. If you are a well-dressed man, 2477 Chelsea, that's Chelsea and Hollywood. That's Fashion Corner. Don't forget about, if you're hungry and you're in the Orange Mound area, then the place to go is Tony's Corner Grocery and Deli. They're located at 2636 Park Avenue. That's right, 2636 Park Avenue. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, double burgers, triple burgers, lamb meat. They got the Philly. They got fish. They got chicken. And then, boy, if you're hungry and you want some breakfast, bacon, egg, and cheese, sausage, egg, and cheese, everything egg and cheese, you can get it at Tony Corner Grocery and Deli, 2636 Park Avenue. And last but certainly not least, D2G Screenworks, 3189 North Watkins, 3189 North Watkins at Delwood. You need a t-shirt. Whatever you can take a picture of, they can put it on a t-shirt. Direct to garment printing. Quick turnaround. If you don't need but one t-shirt, they got one t-shirt for you. No screen setups, nothing. Whether you need the rest in peace shirts, family reunion shirts, class reunions, give them a call. In fact, you can call them right now at 279-0434. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here with me on tonight. It's been a ball, y'all. Hey, don't forget, bright and early at 6 a.m. For those of you around the country, you can go to the TuneIn app, and put in AM 1600 WMQM. Until tomorrow night, or until 6 a.m. Top of the evening to you.